second half of the show is live. It's been a busy one. Many guests have dropped by. We still have a few more. Let's catch up on some phone calls here. Jerry is up next.
Hi, Paul. How are you doing today?
Hey there, Jerry.
How are you doing today?
Jerry, we're doing great. Thank you.
You see, when I first heard about the Nico Iamaleava situation, I was bummed out. I'm a hardcore Tennessee fan. Yeah. But now that I think of it, people are going to doubt us, and I think that'll make us play harder, and Josh Heupel will play his ass off. You know?
Well, let's hope you're right Jerry. Good to hear from you.
Back to the phones we go. Let's get Jerry in here on a Friday, live at Calhoun's on the River. I'm going to guess that Josh, our previous caller, I'm going to guess that he doesn't own any Nico, I'm never going to leave you garments. Hello and welcome into our next call.
Hi, Tony. How you doing today?
It's a great day to be alive and well, Jerry. It's great to talk to you. It sounds like you're another first-timer, too. Great to hear from you.
So, I'm also glad that Nico is gone. He is another Joe Milton, because remember in 2021, Joe Milton ran out of bounds to win the game against Ole Miss. You remember that?
I've never seen anything like that. I think that's now, Will Heflin's going to admit this, right? Will, when you see a dude run out of bounds on a fourth down on a football field, that's kind of a red flag, right?
Yeah, the Milton one was tough to defend, but the Nico one was more really young and really sped up, because you can't watch the Ohio State game and watch him get his tail knocked down and the hits he took. And the guy was running for his life the whole game, and I saw a lot of toughness out of Nico against Ohio State in a very bad performance on the stat line and the scoreboard. But just watching him, I thought he grew up a ton in that game.
Bino?
That was what I was thinking. I mean, I'm certainly disappointed in the way Nico's entourage, or whatever you want to call it, or his leadership group handled this. But I think Nico more than made up for running out of bounds against Arkansas, as far as proving that he has some intestinal fortitude.
Jerry, they think you're being a little rough on the guy. I kind of agree with you, Jerry.
I mean, I would agree with myself as well. If you're still hearing this,
yeah, he's listening.
All right, good. I agree with you. Sampson and the defense can bring us to the college football playoffs, not Nico. I mean, Nico's a good quarterback. He is. He's not a Hendon Hooker, though. Or a Peyton Manning. He is not those guys. He's good, though.
Jerry, you're right. He is not a Peyton Manning. Hey, if we all agreed all the time, we wouldn't have anything to talk about. But in terms of Hendon Hooker, let's keep in mind, was like a fifth-year senior that year he broke out and came in as kind of a nobody and exploded onto the scene.
He was broken. He was a broken, spare part quarterback when he got here. And that's what I'm thinking. Maybe, Bino, in this portal, they can get Hendon Hooker lucky again. Maybe a guy like that can, because it happened, lightning strike twice? It needs to strike twice,
yes,
Bino.
It does.
Because it's going to be really hard, the more I study up on this, for them to entice one of these guys that's in a spot right now where they're a hero, they're a senior, they've stayed, they're being praised, they're making good money. I mean, the whole thing, and pulling them into the portal.
Why would those guys ever leave?
Well, and they're telling him, we want this receiving core better. And if the receiving core is not better, then we're not going. So And well, am I going to belabor the point, Bino, about this receiving core? Would I beat that into the ground, Bino? Is that part of my DNA, Bino, to beat it into the ground?
Well, you're not opposed to doing it, Tony.
Hey, Jerry, is there anything else you care to add? See, I agree with you, Jerry. I don't think he's either Hendon Hooker or Peyton Manning. You and I stand together on that, my brother.
Yeah, and also one final thing. Is it absurd to you that Nico's being paid less at UCLA? Because my dad told me that he was being paid $2.5 million at Tennessee, and he's being paid $2 million at UCLA. Is that absurd to you?
I think UCLA, if he makes $1 million there, he'll be very lucky. Now, that's what's crazy about him. Will, you got to admit this. If you were advising that kid, you would say, look, man, you stay one more year, because you thought he was going to explode. So if they'd have turned to you, you'd say, look, man, no matter what you think about this, you stay there. Now he's destabilized his career. This guy is, and he's like a pariah now in the sport, him and his father. And that's a shame, Will. We may never see if he's going to be a good player.
I'm going to steal from Tony Vitello, the great Tony Vitello, was on your show earlier this week. A little more old school, talking about if a neighbor tells you something, you better listen, right? And so I kind of had that mentality, and we heard about the relationship with Heupel that he had. If he was Mike, it's easy to say this in hindsight and sitting on the outside. We're not inside the Iamaleava family, but I would have said, you treat that coach with respect, and you guys figure it out and come up with best decision. Just help him grow up, right? Help him grow up. I hate the term that's been thrown around the last week and a half of handlers. Nico's handlers. I hate that. He is 20 years old, and he lives away from home. Help him grow up and get out of the way. But that's not what happened, and that's not what's going to continue to happen. And that's why, unfortunately, he's going to make less money, less of it, because he's in a state where there's going to be a whole heck of a lot more taxes. And ultimately, he's going to play a lower level of football in front of a whole lot less fans, and neither side has benefited from it. And it's unfortunate. It really, really, really is unfortunate financially and everything beyond that.
Yep. To my caller, Jerry, I wonder if that's really what's kept that guy from growing as a player. Is that what kept him from growing as a player? The fact that he had these people in his ear the whole time. And how can you grow up, Jerry, when those people are all around you?
Well, it's personally hard to explain. But, yeah, it's just personally hard to explain since I am 13. So before I head off, I'm just going to say a couple of things before I head off, all right? Good luck to our baseball team.
Yep.
Against Kentucky. Good luck. Sweep them. I don't care what you do to them. Just beat them. Let's go, Big Orange.
Sweep them.
And let's check in with Jerry in Georgia. Hey, Jerry.
Hi, Paul Bonbon. How you doing today? And happy Easter.
Thank you very much.
So I'm calling about the baseball game tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday for Tennessee and Kentucky. And going over it, all the cool jazz stuff. So I'll start off by saying I think Tennessee's going to just sweep them. Kentucky, they suck in baseball. You watch baseball, right?
Sure. I watch it.
Good. So,
Wait, Jerry, thanks for the call on that. That was a good preview of the series. I like Tennessee. Why?
Let's bring in Jerry from Georgia. Wanted to talk a little baseball. Jerry, if you're a Georgia fan, I'm surprised you're calling and wanting to talk a little baseball because that was not a great weekend for your Dogs.
No, I'm actually a Tennessee fan.
Oh, well then it was just fine.
Yeah, it was fine, but I mean, that loss on Saturday and Sunday. Wait, did they lose on Sunday? I didn't really get to watch it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just filling in. All right. They lost on Sunday. Yeah, I hear they lost on Sunday. Sorry about Tennessee. But hey, well, they lost the quarterback too. Well, things aren't great in Tennessee right now, but it'll get better. It can only get better from here. All right, we gotta let you go, Jerry. I appreciate your call.